everyone, I'm Michelle with Designs by JuJu, and in today's video tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you can make a quick and easy beginner-friendly fabric tray. For this project, I will be using the Elegant Butterfly Embroidery Font from Designs by JuJu, but there are many other awesome embroidery fonts available from Designs by JuJu, as well as numerous designs that could be used to customize this project. Let's grab our supplies and let's get started. For today's tutorial on how to sew a fabric basket, I'm going to be featuring the brand new Elegant Butterfly Embroidery Font from Designs by JuJu. For your fabric basket, you will need the following supplies. 2 pieces of cotton fabric, cut according to the size you wish to make your fabric basket. Both of my pieces are cut at 9.5 inches by 9.5 inches. You will want to make sure that whatever size of fabric you're using, it is a square. So you can make a 5 by 5 basket, 10 by 10. The size options are truly limitless. For your piece of cotton fabric that you're going to be embroidering on, you will need to hoop it on some no-show mesh cutaway stabilizer. I used magicMESH stabilizer from Designs by JuJu Plus, and I also fused a piece of fuseEZ interfacing from Designs by JuJu Plus to the back of my cotton fabric to provide some added support for these stitches. For the back side of your fabric basket, you will want to fuse some Fusible fleece interfacing. I just used some Pellon for this project. That again will give you some support and durability for your fabric basket. You will need some embroidery thread, as well as a coordinating bobbin, a turning tool as we go to turn our basket, and then you will have some options for the finishing details. I'm going to be showing you how you can use eyelets and some ribbon to tie your basket, but you could also use cam snaps like I did with this cute basket for my daughter to finish your side pieces, or you could stitch it. The final item that you will need is obviously a sewing machine, so let's go ahead and get started. So as I stated, I'm going to be featuring the Elegant Butterfly Embroidery Font for this project, and I already went ahead and stitched my letter M in the 5-inch size on my 9.5 by 9.5 inch piece of fabric using my 5 by 7 hoop. So I'm ready to go ahead and unhoop this from my hoop. And I need to go ahead and flip over to the back side, and I need to trim away some of this excess stabilizer. Again, I used magicMESH cutaway embroidery stabilizer from Designs by JuJu Plus for my hooping. All right, so here's what we're left with. We have our inner piece of fabric and then our outer basket fabric. So the next step is going to be to position these 2 pieces of fabric right sides together. And I am going to pin or clip all the way around the entire outside edge. I have went ahead and clipped both pieces of fabric together, and I've left a little opening right here along the bottom. I'd say it's about 4 inches wide. You want to make sure that when you go to stitch this here in a bit, you do leave an opening because you'll need that as we go to turn our little fabric basket through that opening after this next step. So now I'm going to head over to my sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch a 1/4 inch seam allowance from the outside edge all the way around the entire square, again leaving that opening along the bottom. Now that I've stitched a 1/4 inch seam allowance around the entire square, but I have left my opening at the bottom, I went ahead and trimmed my corners at an angle. So now I'm ready to go ahead and flip my fabric basket through the opening along the bottom. And using my turning tool, I'm gently going to push out those corners. And here's what you should be left with. So go ahead and give this a good press, and then we'll be ready for the next step. I've just given this a good press, and I've went ahead and pressed my opening along the bottom. So now I am going to put my clips back in here along the bottom. And I'm going to take this back over to my sewing machine. I'm going to run an 1/8 inch top stitch all the way around the entire square to close that opening. Now that I've got my top stitching all the way around the entire square, I have closed my opening along the bottom. We're ready to start making our basket. So the next stitching that we're going to do is we're going to be stitching the sides. So you have some options here for how tall you would like your sides to be. On my basket that I showed at the beginning that I made for my daughter, this has 1.5 inch sides. You could obviously do 2-inch sides if you have a larger square, or you could do smaller sides if you have a smaller square. So like 1 inch, 3/4 inch, whatever you would like. You don't want your sides to be too shallow, otherwise your supplies could spill over the sides. So just make sure you're aware of what you're wanting to contain within your little basket. That way you know the size height that you want to make. So I'm going to be doing 1.5 inch sides. So I'm going to measure 1.5 inches in from the outer edge, and I am going to again take this over to my sewing machine, and I'm going to run a stitch all the way from the top to the bottom. And I'm going to do it again on this side, the third side, and then the fourth side, all the way around 1.5 inches in from the outer seam. Again, you could do a 1-inch side, 2-inch side. That's totally personal preference. So I'm going to go run that stitch and then we'll check back in. I've just run my 1.5 inch seam allowance along each of these corners. So as you can see, I've got my little stitching here. So now we're ready to go ahead and start assembling our little basket. Now I do want to hop back to my earlier example, the one I made for my daughter, and just show you how you can use the cam snaps if that's the option you want. So as you can see here, I've placed 2 cam snaps along each of these corners. And what you're going to do is you're going to line up these 2 stitches here, like so. You're going to overlap them, fold it to make a triangle, and line them up. And then that's how I positioned where I wanted to place my cam snap. So you'll have your outer portion of your cam snap, and then your female and your male portions of your cam snap. And once you use your awl to punch the hole, you can go ahead and secure your cam snaps how you would traditionally. So that is one option you can do. I think that's super cute and fun. My daughter loves that she can play with it and put all kinds of little things inside her basket. The second option would be to use your sewing machine. So again, you're going to line up these 2 corners. So you'll fold it over and line up the stitches. And then you can clip it in place and take it over to your sewing machine and run a stitch right down this stitch right here. And that will secure that piece together like so. So that's a second option. You could go around to each of the corners, line them up, and see as you line it, it's going to start to create your little fabric tray. Now, the third option, the one I'm going to show you today, is how you can add some little ties. So similar to the cam snaps, I'm going to be using some eyelets and some ribbon to make some really cute little ties. So once more, I am going to line up my fabric like so and clip it in place. And I'm going to decide where I would like to position my eyelet. And I'm going to punch a hole in my fabric. And then get your eyelets, whatever color you want to use. And your little backer piece. And depending on how your eyelet tool works, you're going to go ahead and secure your eyelet to your fabric. Lock it in, just like that. So there's one eyelet. The other side. You would not have to use eyelets if you wanted to use the ribbon. You could definitely just punch a hole and have the raw fabric, but this gives it a much more professional look. Okay, so now I have my 2 eyelets. So again, I'm going to clasp it together and take my ribbon. There we go. You can fiddle with your ribbon to get it just how you want it. And then I would use a little lighter to heat set your edges so that it doesn't fray. But I'm going to repeat those same steps with my eyelets for the remaining 3 corners. And then I'll show you my little fabric tray. And there we go. Look how cute our little fabric tray is. I love the little eyelets and ribbon ties that we added. But again, there are so many other options you could do. You could do the cam snaps like I showed you on my daughter's little basket, or you could use a sewing machine. Both of those options produce adorable results too. I just think these little ribbon ties are so girly and fun, and they really accentuate the Elegant Butterfly Embroidery Font from Designs by JuJu. There are so many other fun designs you could obviously incorporate into these little fabric baskets, and choose a fun fabric to add to the back, and you've got yourself a super cute and girly project. So now you can go ahead and toss your supplies in. I'll put my scissors, here's a bobbin, and a few clips, and it's just a perfect trinket tray for anything that you may have. We just completed stitching our fabric tray using the Elegant Butterfly Embroidery Font from Designs by JuJu. Not only did I show you how quick and easy this project is to make, but I also gave you some customization options for your finishing work, including cam snaps, a sewing machine, or these fun and easy ties using eyelets and some ribbon. This project is perfect for a beginner-friendly option and makes an adorable little trinket tray for your desk or any little accessories you may have lying around. I hope you have enjoyed today's tutorial. Don't forget to check the description box below for additional helpful links. Also, make sure to join the Designs by JuJu Blessings Facebook group for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. We hope to see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Happy stitching!